Of variable annuities. Jerry Golden is Executive Vice President with the Equitable in New York City. Tom Arecchio is a certified financial planner with Greenbaum and Associates in New Jersey. Our phone lines are open. Give us a call. 1-888-TEL-FOX. Gentlemen, for those who may be just joining us, let's go back to our brief explanation of how a variable annuity works. It's simply a combination of a life insurance policy, which kind of acts as an umbrella, doesn't it, over the investments underneath it and protects those investments from being taxed annually. When you take the money out, however, you do pay tax at your ordinary tax rate. Let's talk a little bit about what the word annuity means, because annuity really means a stream of payments.
Yeah, the variable annuity comes in two parts. There's an accumulation phase
where you're putting money in,
and where you're compounding the money before retirement. The second phase is after retirement, when you can convert it into a lifetime income. An annuity means a series of payments payable to the individual or the individual and the individual spouse over a certain period, but usually over their lifetimes.
So I can use this to allay my fears that I'm going to run out of money in retirement, for example.
That's because one of their biggest fears are going to outlive their assets. People are living longer now. The Census Bureau says that the baby boomers are going to be spending as much time in retirement as they did in the workforce.
That's true, but one of the problems I have with the annuities being sold on the basis of an income stream for the rest of their life is, if you look at the statistics, only 1 to 3% of all annuity contracts are actually annuitized.
But there's a reason for that. These contracts have enjoyed an explosion of growth in the last 7 years. Most of these contracts are in the accumulation phase. They're owned by the baby boomers, and the baby boomers won't be ready to retire for another 5 or 10 years. I think at that time we'll see a lot of contracts annuitizing.
All right, let's go to the phone. Shannon, calling from Los Angeles. Hey, Shannon, how are you?
Hi.
Your question.
Well, my mother is in a variable annuity, and if I decide along with her that it's not the right choice for her, would the fees that she would have to pay to get out be worse than just staying in the annuity and maybe not earning the best returns and paying higher fees as she goes?
When was the annuity purchased by your mother?
2 years ago, I believe.
All right. And is this a 7-year contract, do you know?
That I don't know.
All right, that's important to know. Tom?
First thing you'll need to do is check to see what your back-end sales charge is. There's usually a sliding scale. You have to pay to get out of the contract, essentially. It usually starts at about 7% and then slides down to 0% after a period of about 7 years. If the annuity was sold to you, it's likely it has that back-end charge.
Why don't you like it?
Why don't I like it?
Yeah.
Well, I think that she's paying higher fees than she could be paying if she was in something like an index fund, and I also think that she's probably not earning the returns she could earn.
All right, Shannon, do me a favor, stay on the line. We have to take a break. We'll come back and continue right here, right after this. Welcome back. We're talking about variable annuities with industry spokespersons Mark Mackey and Jerry Golden. Tom Arecchio is a certified financial planner and chartered life underwriter. Our toll-free number, 1-888-TEL-FOX. Just before the commercial break, we were talking with Shannon in Los Angeles. Shannon, you told us your mother bought an annuity 2 years ago, and you're unhappy with the fees you think she's paying. You think they're high.
That's right.
Why did your mother buy an annuity?
I think it was just after my father passed away, and it was her first, taking a look at the portfolio. I think she liked the idea that there was a guaranteed return.
What's wrong with that? Because a lot, particularly older people, are worried about outliving their money, like the guarantee involved.
She's 58, and she's about as healthy as person I've ever known. So I don't think she's, going to be passing anytime soon. Hopefully. And so I think that the characteristics of an annuity don't really apply to someone like she. She really should be looking at maximizing her return, given that she could live for another 30 years.
Mark?
Well, but you see, the annuity contract has insurance benefits that will help her do that. It has a minimum death benefit, which means she can try to maximize her return with the knowledge that if she were to die when the stock market were in a down cycle, that her family would get at least the amount of her investment back or the greater the contract value in the investment. There's also the right to annuitize, which will allow her to elect a lifetime of income payments. There are some additional fees that you pay to get these insurance benefits, but the tax deferral aspect of the product ends up outweighing the additional fees over a period of time.
That might be the case. Certainly he makes some good points about why the annuity makes sense. However, I agree with Shannon that she could explore other alternatives like a tax-efficient portfolio of index products and accomplish a lot of the tax efficiency of an annuity while avoiding a lot of the costs.
Shannon, is your mom in a high tax bracket?
I'd say moderate to high.
Give me a 15%, 20%,
No,
28%?
higher. I think it's probably higher than 28.
28%. All right.
You know, today you feel comfortable about index funds, but variable annuities offer active management. Some offer global funds, international funds, the ability to switch among index funds and other funds, the ability to go into fixed accounts. So it offers, again, more than a single fund.
All right, we'll be back to take more of your questions. Stay with us. Talking about variable annuities, retirement investments that combine life insurance and mutual funds. One of the biggest selling points, the fact that your money grows tax-deferred, was undercut somewhat by last year's tax law, which reduced the rate on long-term capital gains. That's because, like traditional IRAs, any gains in variable annuities are taxed at your ordinary rate, not the lower capital gains rate. In a recent article, Forbes stated the benefit of wrapping an annuity around your stock portfolio has just about vanished. My guests are Mark Mackey with the National Association of Variable Annuities, Jerry Golden with the Equitable, and CFP